Well, good morning. It's a little after 6 on Thursday. My running partner just canceled last minute on me, so we're not going to do the run we were supposed to do at 6:15. I think I may still go out for a couple miles just to keep the rhythm of it going. It's funny how when you stop, like your mile times start to suck. I think over the summer I just tended to go to the barn more every day and be okay. And now that I can't go to the barn every day, I need to sort of return to my life. I need to get up, I need to exercise, then go to work, and then do whatever I can after work. It's mornings like this that really make me love where I live. Living in San Diego is just about perfect. I'm so happy here. I have no intention of leaving. So long as I can keep my job and keep an income, I'll be here. I do worry about the future though. You know, the more people I talk to, the more that they're like, yeah, I don't hear about any wood programs anywhere. And I'm like, all right, gotta keep this one safe and strong and good. Keep the kids safe. Well, hey, good morning again. How are you? I'm on my way to work. I had the car parked on the street, so we don't get the usual parking garage intro. So yeah, I guess checking in where my head is at today, it's just kind of this weird feeling. I kind of feel like I'm hiding out a little bit until I hear back from my attorney. I don't know what to say to the collective group. I feel like once he approves of the offer I want to make, then that will light the fuse, that will start. But until I hear back from him and he says, yep, send that, I'm just kind of waiting. And I feel like I'm being rude. Is that weird? You know, my wife texted the group thread and was like, hey, has anyone heard from the attorney? And I haven't answered, I don't know, 20 hours or so. But when I talk to other people, they're like, yeah, you don't owe her anything. She has a timeline. You don't have to abide by her timeline. That does kind of make sense, but I'm so practiced at being accommodating that, you know, if she asks a question, I want to answer it as quickly as possible because that's polite. I don't want to lose any of that. I don't want to lose that impulse to be kind and attentive to people. And I don't think I will. I don't think this experience will sour me for everyone going forward. But it's just unpleasant because you have to act in ways that aren't in your nature. I'm a thoughtful, empathetic, attentive person. And now I have to be defensive and cynical and critical of every decision I make and considerate of what her motives might be. And it's such an ugly way to live. Thus far, I think I've been able to sort of keep it separate from school this year. The breakup doesn't have the same intensity right now that it did, particularly early on. It's still present. It's present every minute. It's there. It's always there. Let's talk about good things. 2 students I think really highly of have both asked me for letters of recommendation. I am so flattered because I teach woodworking. I don't think college acceptance people see letters from me and think, oh, woodworking teacher. So the fact that these students who are smart people, high achieving people, you know, I really do think very much of them. The fact that they won't want me to write a letter for them is really touching. Whether or not they use it, I don't know, because the AP Calc teacher probably carries more weight than the wood guy. I will write them up glowing hell of a recommendation that tries to describe them in ways that other teachers can't. Because I have the privilege of getting to know these students on a creative level, on a problem-solving level, on a teamwork level, on a personal level. They hang out at lunch and we talk. One of the students I've had for 4 years. In terms of getting to witness growth, yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so lucky. The fact that they want me to vouch for them really means a lot. 7 hours later, and we're done! How was your day? My day was pretty good. Hold on, let me get some air in here, because, man, solid day, good kids. We looked at a lot of images of tables and talked about design, and I'd have to say the response was positive. We got a lot of good work done. My advanced kids are working, feeling a little lost. I don't know what's up with the legal stuff. I don't like having something on my plate for so long. I just want to deal with it and be done. But yeah, great day. I won't be going up to the barn, although I want to. It's kind of weird, like maybe today should be a down day, but I worry about down days. Like I get down on down days. You know, I'm wondering if I'm gonna hear back from my attorney because I'd really like to send out the counteroffer. I don't like not responding to texts for days. You know, anytime I can consult with anybody, they're like, just remember all the things she did to you. And it helps me feel more okay about it, but at the end of the day, I need to be consistent with who I am. So
So many things about the new apartment represent the expenditure of money to get furniture, to get cookware, to do anything where I spend more time there as opposed to my condo. I need more than just a rug on the floor, and I can't move anything out of the condo. Anything I add to the apartment needs to be purchased, and I love my job. I just wish I made way more money. So I think what I'm feeling right now is a little bit of panic, and not like a legit, not like big panic, but I'm just sort of like, what am I gonna do? It is 2:49. I'll be awake for easily 7 hours. How do I fill it? How do I fill it meaningfully? How do I fill it without getting bogged down more thinking about relationship stuff? How do I use the time well, so that when I go to bed tonight, I'm like, you did good. You know, you had a good day at work, and then you used the other part of your day smartly, well, and you know, you moved your life forward. And I'm not one to just go home and turn on the TV and sit down, but I don't know exactly what to do. I don't really feel like sitting alone in my condo. So I took the dog and myself out to dinner to a place that we always used to go. I've just decided I'm not going to lose this place, so I'm here by myself, and it's okay. I felt like some chips and salsa, and some nachos. I'll see you later. I would like to tell you a new story. Something that just happened at the Mexican restaurant. I went to my favorite Mexican restaurant in San Diego, and it's my favorite because the food is good. It's my favorite because the people that own the place are super nice, and we have known them. They're probably the people in San Diego we've known the longest. It was the second restaurant we ever ate at here when we came out to even check out San Diego. I was up in Hillcrest this afternoon, and I was gonna get the car washed and do some things, and the line at the car wash was 7 cars deep, and I thought if each car wash takes 5 minutes, I'm gonna end up sitting here for more than a half hour. And I don't wanna do that, even though the car is really dirty. So I went to Hopango's. I have the dog with me, so I sat outside. It's just me and the dog. I ordered some nachos and a margarita, and just thought this would be nice. The woman that owns the place, she came in and she stopped by and she talked, and we, chit-chatted a little, and she went on her way. And then the male owner of the place, hey Winnie, he came walking up the sidewalk. So I waved and he waved back, and then he came up and he gave me a handshake, and he always gives me a hug when I see him, so give me a hug. Sat down at the table across from me, and we were talking. He was asking me how everything is going. He's the one I talked to a couple months ago, and we had that was the night that the guy with the stick ran up behind me on the sidewalk. So we sat down today and asked how things were going. So I gave him the update on life. He said I look skinny. It looks like I lost weight, which is always nice to hear. One thing led to another, and I was talking about the divorce and blah, blah, blah. And he was giving me the advice to only trust women 80%. Never fully trust women anymore. So I was like, well, I didn't used to feel that way, but I agree with you now. And we talked about wisdom, and it was kind of chummy and bro-y. It was great. He was giving me advice as an older brother. That's what he said. So I was like, yeah, I'll take it. I will take advice from an older brother. I've never had an older brother. So that was all very good, very nice. It's good for your heart to feel cared about. And he was saying things, that they know everybody, but they don't like a lot of people, and both he and his wife really like me. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, God, thank you so much. And genuine, even now, telling you kind of makes me misty. He proceeded to tell me about this. He asked how old I was, and I told him, and he said he might have someone for me. She's very nice. She owns a company, blah, blah, blah. She's super great. So I was like, oh yeah, that sounds great. And so I'm eating away and whatever, and he's on his phone, and then he lifts it up and takes a picture of me. And I was like, oh no. So he texted her a picture of me, I guess, to see what she thinks. And I'm just like, well, that's a first. So out there in the world right now, some woman just got a picture of me eating Mexican food, with this guy sort of vouching for the fact that I'm a nice person. So I think today marks my entry into the potential dating pool. Through no act of my own, this person who cares about me just put it out there to see what would happen, and sent this woman my picture. So he was like, if she's interested, can I give her your number? And I was like, absolutely. For the first time in my life, an unsolicited picture of me has been sent to a woman to see what she thinks. I have to admit, I'm not terribly comfortable with that, but it was completely beyond my control. So I hope she likes what she sees. What I love about it is it comes from the most genuine place. That is the best thing that's happened in the past little while. Somebody who's known me for years, through most of my relationship, thinks I'm a really good person, is trying to come up with ideas for me to meet other people. I'm like a little embarrassed and a little excited and a little hopeful. It's sort of like if you ever buy a lottery ticket and you know you're not gonna win, but there's that little part of you that's like, but maybe. That's where I'm at right now. That like, but maybe she'll look at him and be like, he looks great. He looks nice, you know? Isn't it funny? I went to the car wash and I decided the line was too long. So I was gonna go get frozen yogurt, and as I waited to turn into the frozen yogurt place, I thought, I don't really want frozen yogurt. And I was like, I don't really feel like that. I'll go to Hapongo's, it's happy hour. So the series of decisions that led me to sit outside at that table when he walked up the sidewalk, to sit down, to talk to me, to take the picture, to send it to that person. And realistically, the story will probably die here. This is probably the end of the story. He sent the picture. Someone was probably like, what the hell? But that is sort of the marvel of life and choices. You know, you never know, if you make this choice, this could happen. If you make that choice, it could lead you on a whole different adventure. I got home from school and was sitting up there thinking, what should I do? So I decided to go get a car wash, which led to all of this. I logged into Facebook for reasons. I just saw that she's blocked me on every form of social media. So not only are we not friends and we don't follow each other, which seems fine, but I am blocked. So she doesn't even appear in my universe anymore. She's not even suggested as a friend, which in a way is nice, because I don't have to see like, hey, maybe you'd like this girl whose profile picture is a picture that you took. But it all seems so rash. That was my best friend, that girl, and she has blocked me. Not only has she set up a new account that doesn't have me at all, that I'm not part of, she's blocked me from even seeing any part of that account. It's kind of bonkers, right? And I checked my email. She had emailed. She's like, hey Ken, it's been 2 weeks since I sent you an Excel spreadsheet about our personal property. We agreed, blah, blah, blah. Can you please respond? I don't really know what to do. We're just gonna disagree. It means I'm gonna have to interact with her. And she's so unpleasant. It means I'm gonna have to talk about the fact that she inflated prices, and then she'll get defensive about that. It means I'm gonna have to point out, like, you want all the nice stuff and you wanna give me all the less nice stuff. It's not gonna be good. Plus, if I make contact with her now before I hear from my attorney, I'm making contact with her, and I haven't put my counteroffer out there. And I don't know. I'm just really tiring of this process. I'm tiring of things being her way on her timetable. I have enjoyed the way my life has felt a little bit better lately. And I think were we to get into a conversation, I would probably slip. I would ask her the questions that I really want to know, that I already kind of know the answers to. Like, why would she want gifts that were celebrations of our marriage? I know the answer. Because they have value. They have dollar value. They look fancy. She disrespected me and disrespected our marriage, so it really is just about looks. It's just about the stuff. And that's so gross. So it's that idea times many things. I think that's pretty gross. And I don't want to fight for all this stuff. I also don't want to feel disrespected, and I feel disrespected by her all of the time. And disrespected by him. If they treated me with honesty, and they, not just her, if they treated me with honesty and dignity and respect, it would still suck. It would still be god-awful. But I would have been, I've said this before, I'm capable of a lot. It wouldn't have been as bad as it is if she had acted with anything other than total selfishness.